Peace, family. It's your girl, Sony, back again with another one. I don't know, I'm talkative today, but I know what it is, and I just want to share. When I went through the dark night of the soul, it felt like my soul was coming from my body. It felt like a literal death. It felt like I was dying. And I don't know what it feels like to die, but what I felt was the equivalent to what I believe dying equivalates to. Because my body was different. My breathing was different. The way I looked at things was different. I was hurting. My body hurt in a way that it wasn't a physical hurt. It was an emotional hurt, something I had never experienced before. But at the same time, I knew that these feelings that I had were not my own. I knew that they were being projected onto me. It was something that is as primal as survival, that I knew that what I was feeling was not my feelings, and all I could do was pray. And I went to God for 8 hours that night and cried out in prayer. And I gave him every sin that I could ever remember since I could get out of the crib and start walking, until the day that I got here. And I asked for his forgiveness. I asked for him to bring my kingdom spouse, my divine partner, to me. And I told him how I wanted her. I mentioned her from top to bottom, what I wanted, how I wanted her, what type of person she needed to be, her temperament, everything that I wanted. That night, I went through my life. Before Christ, after Christ, before Islam, after Islam, find a spirit, before spirit. And I gave him everything. I gave him sins that I thought that was so bad that I didn't even mention them in some prayers. Well, I never mentioned them because I try to act like they wasn't there. I gave him everything out of me. And I asked for forgiveness and another chance. And I even prayed for the person who was putting me through stuff, because at the end of the day, I believe in that word. I believe in that word. And he said, I will make your enemies your footstool. Touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. My word will never come back to me void. And I kept giving him the word. I kept giving him his word over and over and over and over. Because I know that there's a power in the tongue. I know that the blood of Christ is a healing, it's a balm, it's a salve. It will diminish everything that comes against it. Even in my worst days when I was running the street, I know the word of God, and I know the power of prayer. I understand who God is. And I've always understood who God was. When I tell people, if I never see you again, pray and read that Bible, because that's the only thing that's going to get you out of things. Man is temporary. God is eternal. He has no beginning and no ending. And y'all better wake up and realize it. And I'm sitting right here, right now, 20 years and come. 4 back surgeries, other surgeries, makeups and breakups and children and breaking up and leaving houses and coming to 1-bedroom apartments and going through. And I can still keep my head up. 2 years of almost going through the worst witchcraft that I didn't even think existed from a person who was close to me at one time, that I would have never thought in a million years would do anything to harm me. And I was being led like a little lamb to slaughter, until God stopped it and said, I keep showing you through your discernment and your intuition, and you keep ignoring it because you think you know this person. The face is what you know, but you never knew them. You didn't know their soul, and you didn't know that they went through changes in the 17 years that y'all haven't spoken. They believed that you did this and you did that and you did this and you did that. So it was always a love-hate relationship on their part. I could only see what I remembered from back then, but then I had to pay attention once we spoke, because everything was text messages. Once we spoke, because the tone is different when you speak compared to texting. That's why I like to speak to people. The words were congratulatory, but the tone was pissed. upset. How dare you do better than me? How dare? And I tell you, once I woke up, my heart was broken. My heart was literally broken. But what do? The one thing that I'm gonna always know how to do, and my best relationship, my oldest relationship, my strongest relationship, I gave it to God. I said, God, you're gonna have to work this out. I thank you for showing me. I thank you for breaking it down in a way that I can understand it. Now I'm giving it to you, Father. I'm giving it to you. I'm leaving it on the altar. It's yours. But heal me and teach me how to walk in your light through this betrayal, because I'm not going to get off my pedestal for nobody. I would not be a demon for anything walking around. I know who you are and I know what you did for me. You already overcame the world. So if you overcame the world, I already overcame the world, because you did this before I was here. So you better get in that word. I don't care what your religious background is, what your religious dogma is. You better know it, because when you come face to face with the enemy, you're going to have to speak that word, baby. You're going to have to speak that word to fight for your life. Because God will do what he has to do, but you're going to have to stand up for yourself. You got to fight for you. Because this is not a physical fight. This is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Don't let this world tell you one thing. Everything you have gone through and will ever go through is spiritual. Your energy is spiritual. All of this is spiritual. So learn that word and learn how to pray. Learn how to be obedient. Learn how to be humble. But you better learn before you forfeit your soul out here with these demons dressed up as decent people with the fake flex, trying to act like they have things and they don't have anything. You got people up here scamming and doing identity theft and frauds and all this. And they faking the funk and they don't have anything to show for their hard work, because they are scammers. And there's a lot of people out here like that. They driving some nice little cars and they living in some little decent places, but it's not going to last long. They'll move 3 and 4 and 6 times in a year. They'll be on social media, but not on social media. Now, if you ever meet somebody who's on social media more than you, but yet they don't have a page that has things on it, well, you got to do the knowledge. You got to do the knowledge behind all of this. It's not for no reason, brothers and sisters. When you have something to hide, you hide in plain sight. So that's what it's about. Becoming knowledgeable of everything and everyone around you and who you give your energy to. Who do you choose to give your energy to? Because what you allow around you, you will become eventually, good or bad. But this is the fight of your life. It's about your soul. That's all I got to say. I know who I follow. I know who my Father is, and I'm so grateful and thankful that he did not lead me to my own vices, to believe in people who wasn't true, because I would truly be lost at this point. I'm glad that he was able to show me and wake me up and protect me and guide me and speak life into me and fight all of these battles that was being waged against me from all of these people that I don't even know to this day. But I give it to God, and I'm grateful. I'm thankful for my spirit, God's angels and ancestors, because they don't play about me. And I'm grateful. And I'm going to always be obedient, and I'm going to always follow his will. If he tell me to go left, I'm going to go left. If he tell me to go right, we going right. I am an obedient servant to Source, and I'm not ashamed of it. So I'll leave you with that. Ashe.